Finished the second in defensive player of the year. I talked with Marcus Smart. He said that he watches Mikal, watches how he defends, and appreciates how he defends. And having two perimeter guys, 1-2. Although Mikal didn't win the award, do you think this is maybe the change of the guard and how they view that award now with him and Marcus?
I don't know. I'm just congrats to Marcus. I mean, he's an amazing defender and has been for a long time. And, he's finally getting his due. At the same time, I was a bit stung when Mikal didn't get it, but I was also happy that he, finished second, and he's regarded as one of the best defenders in the league. And so it's one of those things that you can't be like upset about. You just wish your guy would have won it. Whether or not the narratives will change or the way that award is given out will change, I'm not sure about that. So many guys worthy of recognition that play really good defense every night. And I'm just grateful that Mikal was one of the top guys.
What's maybe the two biggest adjustments you feel like as far as tonight's game from the other night? Because Jay was like, it's got to be mano when we're boxing out. Like, that's your guy.
Yeah. Well, I think too, like I've been on the guys, not in a negative browbeating way, but we've talked about that a lot, and rightfully so. But there were a lot of good things we did too that I wanted to remind the guys of, and the coaches did that in film session yesterday. But to Jay's point, we all understand that part of the game. When you give up that many, it requires attention. And it's twofold. You have to understand your guy and his tendency, but you also have to stay in the paint. There were a few times where we drifted on, whether it was a contested shot or you were weak side and you naturally think somebody else is going to get it. Those are the opportunities to go back and help your teammate. And I think we'll do a better job tonight.
Monty, Ingram and McCollum are two of the toughest shot makers in the league, and Jay was saying this morning it took until his third or fourth year defending against Kobe to realize great defense, perfect defense, shot goes in, great, don't worry about it. Can you speak to the mentality it takes for guys like Jay and Mikal to defend those guys all series and not let it get to them if they start to get hot, even though they're doing a good job?
I mean, it's the goldfish thing, right? You just have to forget about it, do the best you can, and not get rattled because a guy makes a tough shot. I mean, those guys are highly paid and do it on a nightly basis, and I talk to those guys about that, like just be smart with your contest, trust. Our goal is to force tough twos. Now, you don't want to give multiple tough twos, especially in a row, but you have to have that mentality. To be a good defensive team, you have to anyway, just because you're playing against good players every night, and the rules, as far as physicality, they don't favor defenders anymore. And I think, Jay's spot on about that.
I know on the other side of the ball, you had mentioned seeing a little bit of rust in some of your offensive execution. Was there anything specifically that kind of stood out when you went back and watched the film?
It wasn't, we missed a few shots that we, know we can make. And when you look back at it, a lot of it was just the offensive rebounding for them that slowed us down. If you think about the energy that you expend playing defense that many times in one possession, that can take away from your offense and slow you down a bit. I kind of thought there would be some deconditioning, having that time off, a little bit of rust. But when I watched the film, I didn't think it was as bad as I thought when I drove home. There was a segment in the last part of the third, where we got, we turned the ball over, took a few shots that didn't go down, and they were off to the races. I thought I don't think it was rust. I just thought, bad bounce or whatever the case was in that segment.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks.
That was awesome. Oh my gosh.